Hello builders, parents, and collectors. Welcome to the Creation Evaluation Station. On this episode, we are going to be evaluating this. Yes, we're continuing our adventure on the island with Ninjago. This is the Keepers Village. But before I get into this anymore, I just want to let new people know that I do in-depth reviews of models and construction kits, both new and old, mostly Lego, but other products as well. I also do reviews and discussions of other creative works such as movies, video games, and animation. Because they are in-depth reviews, they can be on the long side, so make sure you are checking out the description down below for the timestamps, or use the red bar right here to skip around to either your favorite part or use them as bookmarks to come back to at a later date. So yeah, let's take a look at that again. Once again, I really like the boxes for this, although I think the printing is a little bit small, but I think they did that on purpose so they had more room for all this beautiful artwork. But from a distance, it makes it harder to see what you're looking at. There's the back as well, showing some more of the details of the set. And yeah, speaking of the details of the set, it is set number 71747. It's for ages 8 and up and has 632 pieces, and it retailed for $49.99 on the Lego website. Now, it's been discontinued. They're currently sold out, but it just got discontinued here in December. You might see it in stores still, and might even get it on sale. So keep an eye out for it if you're interested. Also, it was released in March 2021, so it's been out for a little while. Hopefully, if you don't already have it, you can still get your hands on it without going to the secondary market and paying an arm and a leg for it. Interesting to note, I mentioned in a previous video the purple thunder going on in the background. Something around that is happening here. I'm starting to think my theory about this may be true. It leads into what happens this past season here with the Crystal King. But yeah, this is going to be a little bit different. It's definitely more of a playset one. All the other ones have been vehicles or dragons. Let's go open her up and see what's inside. Here we have the contents of the box, and we've got a really thick instruction booklet. We have some stickers down here, not too many. It looks like it's mostly for the one totem guy there, which is a little disappointing, but he's definitely going to need those stickers, so I might end up putting them on, as much as I hate to. But anyways, we have bag 1, bag 2, it's there, bag 3, bag 4, and bag 5. And that's it for bags, but we got one loose piece right here. That's it. We've got all our minifigures gathered here from this set, and we'll strip them down here in a moment and take a closer look at them. But before I do that, take some time to just talk about some of their accessories. The ninjas, I think it's really cool how they've implemented machetes in all of their new golden armor or golden weapons. Cole's here looks kind of cool. I don't know if it quite works for his replacing his hammer, but it's pretty neat. And then Jay here's got a machete on the end of his nunchuck chain thing, which that seems really dangerous. Not just to his enemies, but maybe to himself. I hope he's practiced very much. And then Kai here is just got the two gold machetes, which I guess works for him, but very simple. Now this is Island Kai, Island Jay, and Island Cole. And then we have here, what is his name? Chieftain. Is it Chieftain? Chief Mamatas. It's not too hard, but I forgot it. Thunder, and then we have a Thunder Keeper there on the end, which is not the first time we've seen him. But the Chief here looks great with his red cape. He's got a red cloth cape. And then this amazing head dress, which I don't know if I quite got his little teeth in right, but yeah, these are separate pieces here, the little claws that go onto the mask. But the mask looks absolutely amazing. And then I've seen Cole. I must have Cole somewhere with just his headband, but I really like his top knot there and his hair. His hair looks really cool too, even without the top knot. But yeah, so let's I'm gonna strip them down now, and we'll come right back. Got them all stripped down so we can check out their prints on them a lot easier, especially their heads, which are mostly covered up by hair and masks and everything else. I get to see the full island geese for these guys, which they look really nice. Oh, I like Cole's. Cole's almost has like an armor like to it. Kind of makes sense with him being the Earth Ninja, a rock and stuff. Yeah, very nice. And the printing on the legs as well. Maybe not as much shiny there, except for Cole's got a little bit more shiny there on his knee pads. But yeah, they look really great. And heads look fine. They're grumpy faces. Now, the Islanders, we've seen this guy. I've reused this print many a time, including the head. But the chieftain here is definitely different and really nice. I mean, he's got the nice, the dragon emblem that's on the shield on his belt there. Really thick belt. I wonder if he's a wrestler as well as one of his on his side jobs or something, besides being a chieftain. But yeah, that looks really great, and it's definitely different than the other ones. It's got a little bit more, yeah, a little bit more metallic in there. There actually isn't any metallic in the plain one. Yeah, he's got metallic. That makes him, you know, more special. He is the chief after all. All right, let's flip him over. See the other side here. Now, this is something that baffles me. I mean, there is a figure that has the back of the head exposed, but most of these guys have masks. So why can't they have a second face? They probably just didn't want to have a, because probably because they're reusing a piece and they didn't want to do one. But you know, they probably could have just used the chief's face here, who's got double-sided face. I don't know. But yeah, the backs look nice. Like I said, it's got more gold on the chief than on the regular guy. It's very nice, but the detail is still really good, even though there's no metallic on them. And the backs of these geese, yeah. Guess Kai comes less prepared. Just seems to have the least amount of little bags and stuff on his attached to his belt. And there's their happy, smiling faces. So yeah, these all look pretty good. Very nice looking figures. Here we have the contents of bag 1 and also that large plate as well. We've got a brick separator in here. It's a big enough set. We've got a number of palm leaves. That's cool. Some more plates for the base. A blue one, probably for some water. Now this is an interesting piece that I've not seen before, and I'm guessing it's some kind of projectile launcher. I've not seen that one before. We've got 2 figures in here, one of the Islanders and Kai. Got a crab. Bunch of other different pieces in here. We got some more greenery. We have these in dark green, but there's some in light green up here. Not quite as many. We've got some transparent purple dots. And a chain. Some gold machetes. We have a skull piece. Other small pieces. There's a lot of small pieces in here, although a couple big ones, so I guess they kind of even out. Here we have bag 2, and once again we have quite the spread of pieces. Plates, bricks, got some studs on side pieces, some of these angular curved pieces, I don't know what you want to call them, tree trunk pieces, tree roots, I don't know, slopes, all sorts of different things in here. We got more plants. There's only one of these light green ones, but there's a bunch of the darker green ones. Well, not a bunch, a couple. There's a power blast piece, which seems a bit odd since there's no minifigures in this bag. We have some bones and some skeleton arms, or droid arms, I suppose. I don't know which came out first, the skeleton or the droid arms. And then we have some transparent orange pieces in tiles, and also the teeth marks. We've got also 2 cones and a couple studs in the transparent orange as well. Oh, and I forgot to point out the one transparent orange round brick too. Quite a bit here. Here we have bag 3. Got some larger pieces in here. A good amount of different sized pieces, although overall not a lot. I would almost say the small pieces outnumber things. Cole is in this bag. He's got some weapons and things. We have some transparent orange flame pieces, both small and the triple flame thing, whatever you want to call them. We also have some orange dots as well, transparent, of course. Yeah. Oh, we got one of these pieces in here. Was bag 3. Here's our 4th bag. We've got one more to go after this. We've got some more smaller plates, some more of these arch pieces. Smaller arch piece there. We've got some kind of cloth piece in that box. We got our last Islander. We have our last Islander here. I think it's the chieftain with that big headpiece. Some interesting. We got a blue fish. We also have a purple lightning bolt. Some more plant pieces. Got one of those nice printed shields from this wave. And we also have some purple jewels. I wonder if that's where the power is coming from. We have a carrot. Transparent blue pieces. Carrot tops. Sort of different slopes and studs on side pieces. That's it. Oh, yes, we have this crow's nest, or whatever you want to call it. Half barrel thing. That's it. I got one more bag left to go. We've got our 5th and last bag here. We've got a lot of round pieces. I believe these are for the totem, including these half round pieces that are definitely large pieces. Bunch of joint pieces here of different kinds. We got Jay is in here, along with some more purple thunderbolts. Got some weapons and stuff for him. We got these in the aqua green color. A lot of them. I'm not sure why there's so many. Got some of these as well. Some of these, a lot of multiples of different things in here, including these 1x2s down here, and some other different colored pieces. And then we have the most interesting thing is these white weapons, and I believe these are recolors of the Jade Blade sets. So that's cool. I don't know if this is the only set this comes in, but that's really cool. I wonder if there'll be any extras. Probably not, knowing my luck with these. It's always good to have extra unique weapons. Good for building things. But that's it. Let's go finish this. Here are our leftovers, and of course we have our part separator, but we also have quite a few katanas. We got an extra one of those gems, mask, a lot of, small gribbly pieces. Some are nice to have, though, like lightsaber hilts and things. We've got a leftover gold machete. Got some leftover transparent flame pieces. The small and the big one. Transparent stud. We also have a leftover paddle. These must always be shipped in two. The set only used one. And of course we also have ammo left over. One or two of these are actually extra pieces. But we just put them all together there. And yeah, that's quite a bit. We got everything put together here, and it's a quite impressive little set. Not quite so little either. But I'm going to pull off all the figures. We've already looked at them close. But I'm going to pull them off so we can just appreciate the terrain more and some of the other things going on here. Although I will probably be grabbing one or two as the review goes on, just for demonstration purposes. Because we have a lot of little traps on this island. But there we go. Now, I didn't put any stickers on here. And the first thing that you'll notice, the worst offending part that doesn't have the stickers is this totem pole here. So these are supposed to have faces on them. The second thing that you can probably get away without having is there's supposed to be one sticker there on this throne. And also there's supposed to be a sticker on this sign here, over here. That's partially hidden on purpose, I guess. And then there was some other sticker that was in part of the rocks. I think it might even been part of the snake's tongue over here. That sticker there, or that tile there gets a sticker, but I'm not sure about that. That one you probably do without. And the sign you can barely see, but the totem pole itself, definitely probably gonna want to put the stickers on them. Thankfully they're nice big surface, so if you're not used to putting stickers on, it's not much of a problem there. But as you can see, this is definitely an impressive piece of terrain. A lot of places to play, but there's a lot of hidden stuff too, or maybe I wouldn't say hidden, but the actual play area is bigger than it looks. But first, let's just take a look at what we got here. Alright, so we've got the snake head here, lava coming out of it. This looks really nice. There's more to this because there is, well, no, I won't give it away yet, but there you got that cool rock lava stuff. You got some of it leaking out here on the side. Got your throne up here on top with your totem. Now the totem rocks back and forth, but it also does more than that because it comes to life and it divides up into three segments. Each one of these has a face, and you suddenly have 3 extra warriors to fight with. Oops. Show them off there. Like I said, they need faces. Will give them much better appearance. The one is guarding the MacGuffin here on top, and I don't know if that's where the source of their purple power is here, as you see the lightning bolt, but considering this is purple too, that's a good thing to conclude. And oops, no, I think it goes the other way, because it goes small, medium, large with the weapons. And he plops right back on there. And he's on a little bit of a hinge, so he can rock back and forth, like I said. And that's pretty much it for the top side there. You also got the gem there. It seems to hold power. I don't know if what is what when you consider the where the purple energy is coming from. But we have a cute little crab here. That's obviously this is kind of a bay area where water comes out. One could assume that this is all water. I don't know how far back the island actually stretches, but this is definitely probably the shoreline going on here. I mean, they should have had maybe a little bit more appearance of water here, but that's okay. You know, there's a lot of pieces here, and they probably were trying to keep the piece count down to some extent. But we have traps over here. Traps that are kind of in front of the stairwell that goes up here. There's two different ones. I don't know why somebody would have put a sign here warning people of this one trap, but go here, step on here, and this palm moves aside here. Let's see if I can zoom in there. Yeah. There we go. So let's do that again. You're walking along here. And you step here. And that palm moves aside, which then reveals this stud shooter here, which is a multi-stud shooter. You can put 3 studs in there and fire it off. I'm not going to shoot them because I don't want to try hunting for them later. But that is a neat little thing. I mean, it would have been nice if you stepped on this and it which also caused that to shoot at the same time, but I could understand them not being able to really do that. There's not a lot of force here. This only moves just a little bit, which is enough to move this really loose leaf, but doesn't do much. Isn't going to fire the weapon. The only way, if this was a spring-loaded one, maybe you could get away with it, but it would take quite a bit of it's a long distance from here all the way back to here. But that is not the only trap. After that, you have this one. You're walking across these leaves, and you step on the right one, and it's a spring-loaded trap like that, which I like that. That is pretty funny, and it is a pretty neat trap. And you see here where somebody hung up there until they died because their bones are sitting there below where the trap springs up. So that's not spring loaded. You kind of have to force it down yourself. It's just a little chain here, and then you just kind of attach that onto there and comes up. I mean, it sticks a little bit. You can see there's tension there, but you pull hard enough on this, it'll pop that leaf right off there in the chain, and it'll go flying. It's exactly what you want it to do. So there's a lot of play area here. There's a little play techniques. You got the stairs to fight on, play on, whatever. You can't do much here, but there is more going on here than meets the eye. We have a nice little flame here, but if we turn this around, we will see that we have this little cave underneath, which you actually saw the entrance to on the other side. And we got a cooking fire here with lots of food. Now, I don't particularly like this because this sits loose and you're more likely to lose things. But it does just sit there on the fire and it's cooking and you're making soup. There's even little 1x1 transparent blue studs in there that are supposed to be water that you're using to cook up the food. But also inside this cave there is a jail cell. Now you can't really see it too well. This is where things start changing here, because if you turn this around, it's really hard to get into that jail cell, but this whole thing opens up and voila, you've got access to that jail cell now. And there's a neat little feature that I didn't even realize I was building into this thing when I was building it. But yeah, this is a jail cell. the door here is not very, I mean, it should seem like it should be easy to get out of there. But if you got people watching it, watching the jail cell, they're not going to get out. But on the other side of this, you have the lava flow. But if you move this leaf here, it opens up and you can escape. Let's see what that looks like from the other side. Alright, so here's the front of the lava flow. And grab the leaf. Yep, there's the leaf. open this, push it down, and there you go. Escape route. Just be careful not to step on the lava on your way out. You'll be good. But yeah. So that opens up so you can get access into there. And then this opens up even more. And you get, you know, a lot more space that you can play in. And you can reach into these other tighter areas, especially with this part here opening up. It lets you get into that cave much easier. And so you get a really nice build for the stairs. Now cave goes back that way quite a ways. And there really isn't anything going on there. I mean, there is a little entrance right here, but you don't have a lot of access to play there. I mean, if you open it up a little bit, you do some more. Having this open up is really great, and you know, you've got multiple angles to play from it, because I mean, you can play from the front like I showed earlier, but then turn around and you have this back to play. Now there's not too much you can do back here. This very much looks like a flat area, but you know, you could always build onto this, of course, as well, and build up the island a little bit more. I think the island is supposed to extend back this way towards you, the camera. But yeah, there's a lot of space here to play. There's a lot of different little things hidden throughout, little traps and things, and with a bit of imagination, this can be a lot of fun. And you know, it's got character here. You know, it's got some tiny little crabs and skulls and skeletons and all sorts of things. So that's pretty much it for the review. I think I've showed everything. I'm going to talk about my thoughts and give my final eval back at the desk. So let's head there. We're back here at the desk. Give this my final thoughts and the final eval score. And just gotta say, although this isn't a vehicle or anything like that, I really like this set. It's a very compact play set. There's a lot going on here without being huge, like some of them. So yeah, I think that's it. Get down to the actual score here, which will give more of my thoughts on it as well. Now, as far as appearance, this looks great. Characters look great. The figures look amazing. And overall aesthetic of the set looks great. Even though, you know, it looks very organic the way it's built and designed, and also it looks habitable. Like, this is a village where people live. You know, they got cooking pots, they've got fires here and there, and then over off here in the jungle you got random plants and rocks and stuff. They also have their hidden traps, which also look fairly organically hidden. So yeah, this feels alive. I mean, like things like crabs and stuff on it. So yeah, I love the appearance of this. Oh, and one other thing I didn't mention before is that this one side piece here does come off really easy. It's meant to do that. You can, you know, use this as a side thing, or maybe you want to have your island set up a little bit differently. You can do that. You can't do it here with this hinge. This is a more permanent fixture. But yeah, so this is convenient. The only thing is, if you're picking it up and carrying it, just be careful, because that's going to fall apart. You might as well just break it apart and carry it in two sections. But that aside, getting back to this, yeah, so appearance, got a 10. Hands down, everything looks great. Well, as far as function, got a lot of different things that function in here. You got like the trap doors, you got the other traps here, the hidden passageway out. You got Mr. Big Totem guy here who shakes and is all scary. So there's a lot of functionality to this that works great. You got the stud shooter here, works really good, and the neat little thing that reveals it and stuff like that. There's a lot of good stuff here. That's one way why there's so much play value here. But as far as function goes, this got a 10 as well. And that moves on to fun. The traps are fun. There's a lot of play area. You can make more play area by opening things up. So that's great. That's what you want in a play set. You want play area. And you want scenarios, and you have that. You have traps. You have a jail cell. You've got food cooking. Everybody likes food cooking. Well, you know, that's maybe not exactly what you're after, but you know, they're also after the MacGuffin that's up here. They got to fight this guy. There's a lot of fun scenarios going on here. And on top of that, we've got well-balanced characters. Good guys versus bad guys. We got 3 good guys, 2 bad guys, but you're on the bad guys' home turf. And technically, you've got 3 more bad guys up here. You could almost say they're outnumbered. But it works out pretty good. I'm not even sure if the Islanders are total bad guys, or they switch sides, or they're being controlled by this thing, or what's going on. So even still, you know, if you say, oh, they fought them and they defeated them, but now they have to fight the big boss, which is this big monster, who's got the MacGuffin and is being controlled by it, or using it to power it up, or something like that. And they need that anyways for whatever they do. That's what their quest is, basically. So yeah, it's fun. Got a 10. This set is a lot of fun. It's got a lot of character, and it's a lot of fun. Oh, and it is fun to put together. I wanted to mention that. You build robots, you build vehicles. A lot of time there's symmetry, and that just makes sense because, you know, a robot human body is a human body, or a dragon even. It has symmetry left and right. That gets boring to build because, you know, you're building the same thing. One great thing about this is there's not a lot of symmetry, and that made it fun to build. You also weren't quite sure what you were building, because that's the thing. You built a leg. Well, obviously, you're going to build another leg, so you know where these parts are going to go for the most part, and you're just repeating what you just did. There's not so much. There's not a lot of that. So that was kind of fun aspect of the build. Something different, you know. And I'm not complaining about robots and stuff, because I do like building them. It's just that gets to be the only downside to do that is doing stuff like robots and vehicles and stuff. There's a symmetry that's kind of boring. Some of the repetitiveness. Now, let's see. Oh, yeah, that was fun. On to technique. I used my notes not because fun got a 10. Technique is, well, there's a lot here, a lot of neat techniques. The design of this head, how this gets built up, the traps are well thought out and put together. Nice technique to build up these rugged stairs. The hidden the mechanism for the door, I didn't even realize I was building. That's what that did. That was kind of funny. But yeah, there's a lot of great techniques here, and technique got a 10 as well. The only downside I have this, if you're a person who doesn't like stickers, you're going to have problems, because these really need stickers. But other than that, that actually was an addendum to the appearance. I didn't feel like it should have a point taken off for it, but that is a bit of an issue. But having a sticker probably saved them a lot of parts, because they would have had to use a lot of tiny parts to build up faces for all these. So yeah, as far as technique, that got a 10 as well. And that gives this set a solid 10. If you need to do the math, I don't know. 40 divided by 4 is 10. So yeah, the average score is getting a 10. And now as far as price, there's more good news. Okay, so it's $49.99. That was the full price on retail. Like I said, at the very end they put it on sale for like $39.99, but it's been discontinued, and you're gonna probably have to pick it up at the secondhand market, so you're not gonna get it for $49.99. But that's okay. Even a small like $10 markup actually isn't that bad, as you find out that $49.99 divided by the 632 pieces that you have, you end up with 7 cents per piece. That's a really good price. That's 3 cents below our standard of 10 cents. So this set is really great on multiple levels, and is also a really great price, an amazing price. I gave it an E for excellent. If the set wasn't so good, it probably would have just gotten a G. But yes, it is an amazing set, an amazing good price. It got an E for excellent. That brings our final evaluation to a solid 10E. It's only, I think, a couple sets I've given something like that out to, and I think this one deserved it. There's really not a lot of negatives to say. The biggest negatives are the stickers, I would say. I'm not the biggest fan of this little tree, but other than that, there's not a lot to complain about, and that is more personal bias than anything. I mean, this may not be your cup of tea. It's like, not really crazy over playsets, because I'm not going to be playing with it much. I like more vehicles and mechs and dragons and things like that. But I still had a lot of fun building it. So, your mileage may vary. It depends on you yourself. And that's something I need to remind everybody, and remind myself to actually say to everybody. These are my thoughts and opinions, but I try to show all aspects of it so you can make a decision for yourself, or making it for your children if you're a parent, or a collector who's more interested in special pieces or special figures, whatnot, which this one definitely has a special figure with this guy. But yeah, that's it. Just let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. I had a lot of fun with this, but let me know what you think, and hit that like button if you enjoyed it. And if you're new here, please consider hitting the subscribe button along with the like button, and you'll get new content if you follow me. You follow me on YouTube, but also check out my links to Facebook and Twitter, and you can follow me on there. You'll get notifications much faster than YouTube. And I also have a Patreon if you want to help the channel out more directly. But anything you do, including liking, subscribing, sharing with others, commenting down below, will greatly help the channel. That's it for me here at the Creation Evaluation Station, reminding you that creativity is key.